Alright guys, so I'm about to show Omar my new facial hair. I got a mustache. Let's see how he reacts. What's up?
How you doing?
Good,
You
how are
shaved
you?
the beard.
I did.
What did you do that for? Okay, so if you can brief me on what you've done so far for the budget standpoint. So the thing is that this doesn't tell us whether we're green or red. Okay. Okay, so how can we solve this issue? I mean, can we do customer acquisition now with Alif Arabic before the rebrand?
We can, since we're eager for that.
Yeah, we need to infuse cash. So I think what we ought to do is leverage some of your time, as much of your time as needed to bring cash in.
The reality is we have current customers, so there's something there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the question needs to be asked, is this even worth pursuing?
Is it worth all the time I've been putting into it?
Yeah, and that's a very real question.
Yeah, it is a very real question, absolutely. So right now it took 50 minutes so far of my time, and this is 50 minutes I honestly don't even have today. Like, if you knew that there's some things that you don't even know, Hadi, that are going on right now, that if you knew, you'd be like, how the hell are you even here? The thing is that the market validation is absolutely there.
That's not a very good excuse, though.
I know it's not a good
there's
excuse.
market validation for anything.
Well, so, yes.
Like, that's not an excuse to do
My
it.
man! I like that. Like, we should meme that. That's
Just because there's market validation doesn't mean we should do it.
Exactly with like the expression he had, like his arms, like that's. There's market validation for anything. That's the assumption I'm operating with this. So only for that reason am I not willing to abandon it. But I mean, if you don't believe that, then I don't think it will happen. But you have to understand, I'm going to be biased about this because it's 8 years old and it's a baby that I gave birth to.
But also, the landscape has totally changed since 8 years ago. I agree. Okay, if you do all this, you'll be successful. Question is it the right thing for us to do? As you said, we're sacrificing ThoughtFire efforts. ThoughtFire is in a pretty good position right now in the sense that we have some things brewing in front of us.
Yeah, and that's
the worst thing to do is let off the gas.
That turns into automated income, whereas these others are.
Is it automated? For how long is it automated for?
Well,
look where it is now. It wasn't passive.
So here's the thing about where it is now. It wasn't managed to become a passive income vehicle. Like, there wasn't sufficient management of the numbers to where it pays for its advertising. It fuels its acquisition. You can't have a startup that doesn't fuel its acquisition. I mean, the whole automated income concept is that you have acquisition that makes up for attrition and then builds. If I were to put the fact is that we see there is a possibility to have 30 to 40% margin. So the question is, how much of that margin will we need for customer acquisition? If the amount needed from that margin for customer acquisition is no more than half of it, then it's worth it. It's all about numbers. It'll probably give us a gross margin of, let's say, $4,000 a month. So it'll be worth $250,000.
I mean, I just feel like we cannot let off the gas for ThoughtFire.
My solve for that, honestly, my solve for that was handing this to you. I had intended that you would need me less because of your experience.
And that was probably a little idealistic. So what do we do?
If it was yours, what would you do?
Well, I don't have the emotional attachment.
Forget the emotional attachment. No, forget the emotional attachment. We don't want that to be a factor.
Knowing that my mission was for this service that...
All I cared about was that young men and women who were born in America or were in England or in France or somewhere other than a country that spoke Arabic and who had the desire to be fluent in Arabic could be fluent in Arabic.
If it was mine, I didn't answer it to anyone. It was just, for me, my heart is not in solving this problem to that degree.
What I had seen is that this could be an opportunity for us to turn that around with your leadership, maybe. But if it's not going to, if you don't see that it can do that, in short order. It's not worth it.
Well, I don't know. In short order, I just don't have enough. I mean, we have a plan. We're working on this plan.
No, but the thing is, Hadi, I'm always going to help. Like, if you put in front of me parting the ocean, even though I know God only did it for one man, I'll probably give you a plan. Like if I believe that it's possible, and I'm sold on it, I'll inspire you.
But maybe
I'll give you a plan.
Maybe that's your weakness.
It is. It's
in the
it's
business
my
world.
strength and weakness. It is. Because the thing is that I have to be in the mode of, so when I'm advising others, I can ask the tough question, and I'm very good about evaluation and selection and optimizing when it's for others.
Everyone gives the advice that they should take themselves.
Be taking themselves. Yeah, I would not count on do we have a plan or not. I'm always going to have a plan. I'm always going to give you a very clear, broken down, and it's the right plan for the situation. But that doesn't.
But that's not the litmus test.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to.
It's not about if it's possible. I mean, and it's like the start of every. I mean, you have an idea. We all have 100 ideas. It's not where the fork gets divided. The fork happens way down the line of people with the plan. Like that's not something to be proud of. Oh, I have a good idea. That's not something to be proud of. Or there's market validation. There's market validation for water bottles. So why don't we go sell water bottles? But this is a chance for you have identified it as a weakness. Today, in general speaking, is the best time to address those weaknesses.
And that's actually one of the most major things on my plate right now is that challenge is I can't shed this one. What were you going to say? It's almost what?
But it's almost like a signal you're getting.